Whoa, it's the Yewllusion reporting from somewhere on spaceship Earth. That sound you hear is the heater. It's kind of cold in here tonight. Well, it's been a month since we moved in. It's been a month today. It's all so gnarly. It's all so gnarly. You know, I was looking up the 7 stages of grief. I'm fidgeting. I'm trying to get comfortable here, people. Someone called me out for fidgeting on my last video. You sit in front of a camera and tell your truth. See if you don't fidget. Anyway, I was checking out the 7 stages of grief, and it's like anger right before depression. And I was like, ugh, because I've been super angry lately. You know, I want to be totally cool with totally cool with it all. But I've been pretty pissed about it, man. And the weird thing is like I can't get any space on it. Like, my ex seems to like think that like it's all okay and we can communicate. Like, it hasn't even been 90 days, man. It hasn't even been 90 days since it all went down. And I'm just like worn out. I really just want my space. Like tonight, like I dropped Owl off and I'm like, all right, I got the weekend. I'm just gonna like work on myself, work on some art, not do anything, maybe go surf, maybe not. I don't know. Just kind of be in my own space and get used to it. And she hadn't even had Owl for 15 minutes and she's already trying to like change the plan. And I'm like, dude, enough. And then it just became the full all about her thing. And I was just like, enough, man. And I'm just like, dude, all I want is like the space to heal. Like I'm realizing like I'm just getting to the place where like everything's mellowing out enough to really feel what's gone down. You know, the first 6 weeks were all survival mechanism, man. It was all just taking care of Owl and myself and find a place to live and deal with FEMA and just deal, get out of school, make sure he had lunch, deal with him crying, you know, and then, you know, we finally got moved in and it was like Christmas and New Year's, and then, you know, I had to wait around till school gets started, and then we got school last week, and this week there was like no school because of the rain, and it's been very hard to just get a rhythm. And you know, like I need the rhythm right now. I just need to get centered and deal with it, because the one thing I don't want to be is angry about it all. I mean, my trust is broken. Like there's an aspect of like reality that's broken, like forever broken. Like, and I'm making peace with it. But there's like a casualness coming from the other side that I'm like, I can't accept. So it makes me sort of vicious. Because when I feel that casualness about what went down, it's not very empathetic. Like, it's not very cool. And so it makes me very uncool. And I'm the king of vicious one-line emails. I don't use profanity, man. Profanity's not vicious, dude. I can be very to the bone about stuff. And I realistically, I don't have anything to say about anything. I don't want to, there's nothing to talk about. Like, the die has been cast. So hectic. So I'm sitting here, 11:30 at night, in my own private universe. I don't even know. Like, I'm not lonely. I don't think I'm like relieved. Owl's over at his mom's. His mom's like got some crazy idea that I'm trying to keep him on. Like, dude, I'm like, I need a break, man. There was no school this week. It was nonstop playing cars. You know, I love spending time with Owl. But I think I'm sort of bummed too that like it's not as easy as it was. It was super easy to spend all day with Owl. I knew the cavalry was coming home at some point. Like the cavalry was gonna be there in the minute. Like it's game on and there's no relief. And it's like, oh my God, sometimes I sit and I'm sitting there and I just want to go like take a break and there's no more breaks. So it's like this is the break. It's like, all right, drop Owl off at 6 o'clock. I've got 47 hours to just regroup, man. Regroup. And I was getting hassled 45 minutes after about Monday, because Monday's Martin Luther King Day, I guess. But I got a play date with Owl with his buddy Dylan. We're gonna take him up to the snow, and he's never been to the snow. We're gonna take the two boys up to the snow with my buddy, dude. There's like little best friends. And my ex is like hassling me about it, like, because she's got the day off. I'm like, I don't know. That's why we have a schedule. Like then it just becomes the poison apple, and and I'm like, I don't want to be like, I've been struggling the last like 3 or 4 days because I don't want to be the person who sends vicious one-line emails. But I'm also the person that, dude, I just need my space right now. Like drop them off, pick them up. Like, I don't want to talk. I don't want to look at you. I don't want to have any communication, man. Like, I need my time. Yeah, I'm fully realizing like this is going to be a long haul, a long road ahead. So, dude, like my house burned down. I lost every possession. I like that stuff's really starting to kind of settle in. like yeah. Like that's for real. Like all my photos, my hard drive's full of photos. Just I don't know. I'm not that attached to it either. But like it's gnarly. And that's why I'm like, oh my God, my ex is crazy. Like she has no empathy or something. It's so weird. It's so like beyond me to like even understand. But I gotta take full responsibility. I pick this human being to be in my life. Careful who you pick to be in your life. Holy smoke, dude. So yeah. It's been hard the last couple of days. Because I'm definitely all about moving on. I definitely am. But I'm also like, I'm pretty pissed. But I mean, I can move, I'll get over it. But I think I need to be pissed. Just wasn't cool, man. And I don't even know what I was talking about a second ago. Yeah, so I'm here. Like lonely, not lonely. I'm lonelier, like I'm not lonely now that it's all like quiet. Like sometimes I'll be sitting there with Owl and we'll be eating and he'll be like talking to me. And like I will be like in the loneliest space ever. I can't explain it. It's the weirdest stuff ever. Like, some of you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, being like a single parent all of a sudden is just like the loneliest place ever. And you're sitting there with this little human being that you just adore, that you love, but they don't. And he's intuitive, dude. He gives me some pretty like radical hugs at some pretty radical times, man. Let me tell you, dude. He'll come over and like hug me and tell me he loves me like right when I need it. But it's like, I don't have anyone to be like, hey, bro, so like, this is what I need to like figure out today. Like, I don't get, that's why I do those coffee talks in the morning. Like, I got to sit and try, like, someone to like, hey, this is what I got to figure out for this. This is what I got to try to do. I'm not getting anything done. Like, that's the thing. People were like, what are you doing? I go, dude, I think I just need to like, I kind of like sat and was like, I need to just take the next couple months just to like figure out what happened, man. And like get my head straight. Dude, I ran into this person, dude. So like, I love your wife. I was like, I know this person very well. So I kind of just vented in the middle of like the post office. And they were like, what? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, dude. And I'm like, yeah, man. And they're like, well, you look great. And I go, yeah, I feel pretty good. I mean, if you really knew what went down, you'd be like, this dude's kind of killing it. And yet, I just want some space. That's what's crazy about this whole deal. Is like the one person I need to not be near right now, I have to deal with. It's so ass backwards, man. Like, I really just want to be like left alone and like hang out with my son and like get the rhythm of our life together. Like, fine, I'll drop him off on the weekends. It's cool. Like, all right. Like, it's fine. There's nothing to talk about. This is the hottest. So last week, she's like, she emailed, again, inserted herself in my world, in my dream for a minute. It was like, emailed me like, hey, we need to get him this book, like My Two Homes, like a child book, all written child stuff, My Two Homes. And I shouldn't have said a word, but I just looked at her and I go, you know what? Like, I'm 15 steps ahead of you. And in my head, I'm like, what do you think I've been talking to him about for the last 10 weeks? What do you think goes on here in the middle of the night when he's like, whoa? I'm like, oh, dude, it's going to be great. This is going to be great. Like that's the thing. Like, there's a part of me, like, where I feel like I got to be like a cheerleader for Owl. Like, this is great, dude. You're fired up, bro. And he's not, but he's getting better. He's mellowing into the whole thing. But that's why I was like, dude, just let it all lie. Just let it lie. Anyway, people have been asking me for advice lately. I don't know, dude. I don't think I have any, man. I'm just winging it. Everything I knew got scrambled. But hey, look. I guess be honest with yourself. That's my advice. If you're going to be pissed, at least admit you're pissed. I think the last 3 days I've been like, I don't want to admit I'm pissed. I've been pissed, man. I don't like it. I don't like that energy inside of me. It's dirty. It's a toxic energy, and I don't want it part of my. So maybe just me talking about it here just like dispels the myth, because I'm just a flawed human being, man, doing his very best under trying circumstances to like vibrate at the highest frequency possible. But you know, it's a daily struggle. It's a daily struggle, people. All right, this is the Yewllusion. I think we've done enough of this soul-searching communication against the wall. Peace out.